Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Cardboard Coach Neil, and sometime towards the end of April, I sent an order into SGC. They received it on the 29th, and I think it was graded on the 4th, maybe shipped on the 5th. So it wasn't too bad. I kind of expected, based on the 20-day turnaround there. I think they were saying, 10 to 20 business days, and they were kind of backed up. So I was kind of pleased that I thought it might be towards mid-June. But yeah, so I got these things in today. I thought it was 7 or 8 cards. It was 7. And let's unwrap it. I kind of started already just because I saw the package, and so I kind of got it ready to go. So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm not really sure what order these are. It looks like that is the top one. So I'll turn them over like this. These are mostly postcards and tall boy type holders. So I remember what I expected. We're going to see how that matches up. All right, let's get this out of the way. Okay, the first one, well, it's kind of hard. Okay, this is a Success Postal. I can see from the back. So I did submit 2 cards that were kind of similar, and actually I think this might be the first one. I forget how SGC does it, but this one is a Success Postal. I thought it might be anywhere from like around a 2, give or take, but actually probably not more. Let me see. Okay, so that's a 1.5. And it's very, very cool. I knew that they would not put a date on this, even though these are they're not difficult to date. This is from the early 1910s. I want to say it's about like 1910 to 1912. But as you can see, it's got some honest wear to it. It's a great image. I mean, with the Polo Grounds is an iconic type of field. You got John McGraw, one of the all-time great managers in history. This is just some good stuff. I mean, sometimes I wonder why I do send these things in to get graded, but I'm a slab head and I do enjoy it. As you can see, you'll see with all these postcards in this batch, these are all postally unused cards. But it's just a real good piece. This one is very similar. Let me grab my notes to see what I anticipated. But this is a Finkelstein and Sons postcard. Very similar to the one, but it has like a white border. So, all right. Well, that one got a 6. I was expecting about a 5. Maybe a 5.5 because a little bit of touchdown there. But I'm pleased with it. This is a different shot of the Polo Grounds from like right center field. Different type of inset up here with John McGraw. And again, they don't put dates on a lot of these postcards, which I can kind of understand. But you'll see what I'm talking about, why it doesn't make sense either. These things may have been put out in a number of years. Again, this is from the early 1910s as well, maybe to the mid, but with both of them. I'm kind of familiar a little bit with this issue, but it's just another different way to get some cool and interesting items. So that's another postcard. All right, so we got some St. Louis Cardinals, And I have two of these. I'm going to guess one is a team issue and one is like a dear friend type of thing. They're both of Mutual. As you can see, just a blank back, another postcard type. Okay, so this is the 1958 St. Louis Cardinal postcard of Stan Musial. Very similar to one I have of the 57, just a different type of, a font. Even though that's a signature, it's like a different type of like boldness, I guess is what you would say. But yeah, this is pretty accurate. I thought I had about a 3.5 to a 4.5. It's just kind of like right in between. But it's a nice card. Again, Musial doesn't have that many cards in terms of mainstream, like Topps and Bowman. Bowman, he had a few in the late 40s. And then again, not until 53. Didn't have a 50. Actually, no, 52 he had. Was one of my favorite cards. But he didn't appear on Topps until 58. So there's some good stuff in between, a lot of good years, but this is a nice card. This one has to be the Dear Friend postcard, and it is. This one got a 5, so kind of close. Again, a lot of these they got a 5. I was kind of thinking it was right around there, half grade in between, just in case. But this was like a team set. They put these out. A lot of different players involved. I just happen to have a couple Mutuals, so I submitted them. But these are from like 1955 to 58, I believe. Some people say they're a little bit earlier, and I think that's why SGC just does not put them up there. But these are the Dear Friend postcards, and as you can see, it's kind of cool if you like this kind of stuff, which I do. All right, well, I see the back of this one. This one has to be the cash-in that I could have used last week. I expected about a 2, maybe a 2.5 on this card. This is Al Simmons, and it got a 3. And it's not bad. I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, it's, again, I think my 2.5 would have been a more accurate. I mean, this works. I'll take it. It's not. This one's not going anywhere. It's my only playing day Al Simmons. But I really like this card. If you can see it in there, just that cool white elephant. Just a nice image of Al Simmons. He has some great cards, but a lot of them are with him as a White Sox, or a member of the White Sox, if you will. So, yeah, it's this is a good one. 1929 Cash-In Publications, Al Simmons. This one might have been my favorite card in the submission. So, I'm a big Phillies fan. I like Robin Roberts. Robin Roberts owned, they were called Neptunalia seafood restaurants. He owned one, and there were actually 2 of them, as you can see. And it's just a nice blank back, or, postly unused postcard. And the front is of the restaurant itself, a 2.5. So this one, I kind of thought this would have been about close to a 4. They must, I mean, the corners look nice. It's a card. It's a card I would have bought anyway. I mean, again, I'm not a big numbers guy, but I do kind of like to guess. But again, this is a black and white. This is a picture of one of the restaurants, a really cool sign up on top of Robin Roberts, who, in my opinion, very, very underrated in terms of, I mean, he was a workhorse. He had great durability. Pitched for pretty much a second-rate ball club most of his career with the Phillies. I mean, I love them, but they weren't that good in the mid to late 50s. But and certainly not a pitcher's ballpark. So this is a Neptune Ilya postcard. The last one is a Morgan Bulkley postcard. Morgan Bulkley was the first president of the National League. So I guess you could say he was kind of like the first commissioner. And from what I understand, this is his only card. This is from 1908. He was dedicating a bridge. So I saw this and I got it. This is a dedication of the Hartford Bridge, which you can see right here. This one got a 2.5. This one is about right. I had thought it might be a 2 to 3. So it's right in there in that range. Another black and white, another postcard, kind of goes right into what I've been doing over the last few years and just kind of adding to it. A lot of these I don't have graded. Some I may submit, some I may not, just whatever happens. But this, if you're a Hall of Fame collector, and I'm not necessarily chasing all of the Hall of Famers like players and managers and executives like Bulkley would have been, but from what I understand, this is his card. This is the only one. And I don't know if there is even actually a tribute type card associated. So who knows? But yeah, cool postcard. And overall, pretty happy with the submission. I love the Tucks. They have great service. Things were shipped properly. And I'll tell you, this may sound crazy, but you see this right here. And it just adds a little something. It's just kind of cool, the whole thing, tuxedo time and all that stuff. But hey, listen, hopefully you enjoyed watching this submission. And until next time, we'll talk.